we did. We took off everything again. And then we strapped it up so that we could pull it up off the frame. Took everything off again. Everything. How does it look?
Yeah, it looks great. Everything's all good.
Good.
Take it all apart, clean it all up. A lot of pieces will be getting kind of new. So we'll just keep these for reference for the moment, just in case, right? That's pretty crazy. I drew a line at the back of the cab and at the front of the box, and it's the exact amount we got to cut out.
That's cool. So 18 inches?
20.5 inches.
20.5. Cut out right there.
Right over here. Back of your cab will be there. Front of the box will be there.
Awesome. Third one down. One to go. See? And then I'm going to pound those through to be able to take this out, this plate off. Do the same thing to the other side.
Good. Now what I'm doing is I just went to my scrap bin pile and found a couple pieces of square tubing, which I know are straight, and I can use those under the frame to help push the frame up and make it all the same level, right? We're 1/16 over on this side, so just gotta come in a little tiny bit more. And that side's just a little bit under, so that's okay. Right now, I've gone and re-beveled all the edges. It was kind of silly me to do it the first time, but I kind of wanted to. Sometimes you're lucky it fits together a bit easier. Now I'm going to fit it together and check the height up this way, make these two line up, see if they have to be adjusted. Alright, here what I've got this side. This side measures, the driver's side measures correct in length, but it's not quite. It's getting a lot. Let's really go on that side. Slight gap right there. That's because that side's not quite long enough yet. I ground down a little bit too much, so now I've got to have a little bit of a gap. That's okay. I can weld that up. Alright, now I've got both sides the exact correct length. And yeah, there's a small gap over there, but it's it'll be easily fixable. Now both sides are the exact same length, but I still have a little tiny bit. If I put this flat against there, I've got the ever so slight tiny gap still. It's very, very close. Now there's a slight gap on this side. So I might just have to use one of these pipe clamps and pull. When I cut it, this part here might have sprung open a little bit. So if I put a clamp on here, pulling this together, it should help fix up that little gap and make it nice and straight for me. Alright, now I've got things going a lot more. The both sides are the correct length. The driver's side here is very straight, as is, but not only is it pointing the camera here. Not only is it flush this way, but it's also flush this way, and it's also straight this way, long, and it's also straight the other way long. So this side I'm going to start tacking together, since I'm really happy and it's right where I like it. And then I'll go over, and the passenger side only needs a little bit of minute adjustment till it'll be happily in place. and I'll carry on from there. Alright, I've got the frame right here, nicely tacked together. I like to normally do my tacks in the corners. I know sometimes that could be hard when cutting certain things apart. If you make a mistake, you gotta change something, but put the tacks on the outside, it gives me all the room in the center for a nice weld, so it looks good. Instead of having a big tack in the center, and then you got a bump, and it looks all poopy. That's like nice stuff like that. And so now I'm going to go over and do the finishing touches on the passenger side and get that tack welded together. Alright, I've got the whole lower part lined up very nice. It's all flush. Looks good. However, this part, it's off by a little tiny bit. This part is over, does not line up with this, and of course is affecting that. So first, I'm going to throw a couple good tacks down here and get this secure up to here. Then I could use some of these larger clamps to help pull that over there, because I've only got so many clamps, so you do what you can do. And there, with the larger clamp, it was easy to suck it over, so it is now flush. And now I can tack weld it into place. We're going to keep doing a few more things, and we'll just film updates for you and see how it goes along. I'm just going to be cutting off the ends so the box will fit on correctly. And then I'm going to be going over the front, and if you look at some of these welds, they're absolutely atrocious. The original factory welds. I'm just going to go over and clean some of those up so I could re-weld them. And here's some bad ones over here. Look at this over here. This is like somebody's sniffing way too much glue on their lunch break. Clean up all this stuff with big huge dewberries. Look at that.
Dewberries.
Yeah, that's a technical term.
Okay, of course. Yeah.
And so we're going to clean all that up, and I'll probably re-weld some just so they don't look like poo. And we will film it and include you. Alright, here we go. Here's an update on what we've done so far since the last time. I have cut the ends off just to shorten the frame down so the box fits correctly. And boop. There is what I cut off. And then also, I have come up here and just gone around and cleaned up a whole bunch of the welds and just got rid of the welds pretty much so I could lay a new weld in that didn't look so crappy all the way around. And I'll just lay a nice new weld in there, make it look a lot more professional. And that is going to be it for this weekend.
It's going to take forever. And ever and ever and ever.
We got this here. This is full of Raptor Truck Bed Lining. We shook it all up. What you see is cream colored, which means it's tintable. So we have to take our measuring cup. I'm sure this is where things are going to unfortunately get fucking messy. So we gotta get 100 milliliters out of this can, which luckily isn't full, but still. 100. We need a little more. Boop, like that. Not too bad. Okay, so that goes into there first. And that's what gives it its color. Which will be gloss black. That'll need to get cleaned out. Lots of cleaning, I'm sorry.
I love cleaning.
Yeah. Then we shake it all up. You shouldn't shake the camera.
We're shaking things up.
Shaking things up.
Sexy.
Yeah.